That looks good. So now what we're going to do, first of all, one thing we'll do is we'll make sure, first of all, what we'll do is I'll put the phone in meetings focus. Not that we like to do that, but just to avoid any noises. Okay, everything is now working. Everything is now working. We are good to go.
Great.
Let's go to Fargo first.
Let's do it.
There we go.
Oh, and we started the live and everything?
The live has started.
Oh, it has. Okay. All right. So then we will get the Zoom recording going in 3, 2, 1, 0.
Recording in progress.
All right, here we go. We are going to play the intro here.
Yes, please.
Live from the Musa Slobodian Network studio, welcome to the Ali and Makara Show, part of the Musa Slobodian Network. The show where the hosts discuss technology, their favorite songs, the books they've been reading throughout the week, along with some friendly banter along the way. Here are your hosts, Ali Musa and Makara Slobodian.
Good afternoon on Sunday, April 12th, 2026. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're listening live or listening later, we are happy to have you here. We are back again after a couple of minor tech hiccups, but here we are.
Well, yes, and if you're trying to listen on the live, we are live now.
Yes, we apologize for any confusion that happened a minute ago, but everything is settled now.
Yes, absolutely. So we are settled. Everything is good. Good as can be. Well, better than good. Sometimes those kinds of things make it go better sometimes at the end.
That is true. I fully agree with you there. But speaking of tech, have there been any other tech mishaps or things this week?
I don't know about mishaps. I don't think there have been any mishaps. No, or any. There have been no tech challenges this time around.
Oh, good. That's what we like to hear. Not that there's anything wrong with a tech rant,
No.
but if there's no reason for one, then that's even better.
Oh, yeah. No, exactly. And, tech challenges as well. I think we have to make up a new word for ourselves when it comes to tech challenges.
Oh. It's tech challenges, my goodness, trademarked?
Well, I don't know about it being trademarked, but you see, I mean, I don't know, it's because that's a tech extravaganza term.
That is true, yes. But that's what I mean. Is it trademarked to tech
Oh,
extravaganza?
no, yes, it is now. Now it is. It wasn't a second ago, but now it is.
Now it is.
What do we call that?
also,
Copyright tech extravaganza, I think.
Copyright tech extravaganza 2026, yes.
So what do we call? What do we should make one up for ourselves? What do we call this?
We can, and as you will have observed just now, tech challenges is difficult to say.
Oh yes.
All right. What can we call ours? Tech troubles?
There. There we go. Or tech, I don't know, tech troubles. That's a better way to put it.
All right. If you had one, I'm open to hearing it too.
Oh, of course. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking anyway. Test mishaps? I don't know. Tech mishaps? I don't know.
Tech mishaps, yeah, that works too.
Right, that is it. You know.
That
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But we enjoy, but here's the thing though, right? We enjoy our technology when it works.
we do. It is wonderful when it works.
Oh yes, it is.
It does a lot for us when it does.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Was
Yes.
there anything else you wanted to get into starting off the show today?
I think I don't think there's anything specific that we just other than that everything's just kind of going smoothly here, and we've got looking forward to all the content which we will be getting, which we will be covering throughout the week here. So we've got a lot on in store and throughout the next little bit.
We do, certainly. We've got a few things coming up this week, some more
Yes,
in following weeks.
yes. Although we will mention right here that there is a scheduling conflict on Wednesdays, so there will be no Jess Mosley that day.
Oh, okay, something's changed since that update went out.
Yes, actually, yes. A bit of a well. I don't know. Well, the reason. See, we don't know the reason it was open. It still showed that day as open because it wasn't supposed to.
Oh, okay.
But because that booking was made prior
Mm-hmm.
to when that change in the calendar was made,
I see.
it doesn't necessarily. It won't in that case reflect unless the person makes a new booking.
Right.
Now, if it's because it would be showing what the previous selection at the time of the booking was. The previous availability when that booking was made each time you reschedule.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you heard it here first. No Jess on Wednesday.
Nope. So we'll say stay tuned for that one though. That stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for all future updates.
Absolutely. Subscribe to the newsletter. Subscribe to the network newsletter, to the Ali Musa Show newsletter. That's where you're going to find those updates.
Yeah. Well, now it's an exciting time because we get to get into the book today.
We do. Do we want to go commercial free again, or do we want to take a quick break?
We can go commercial free. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So this week's book is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. What are your thoughts?
So far, mind you, I haven't gotten very far into it.
Okay.
Um,
Hey, that's usually my line.
is it?
Is
Then we stole it?
Maybe.
Oh, well. Do we get credit for that?
We do. We will get credit and we will remember this.
Okay, perfect. So, which is of course better than, of course, the text traffic. Which is better than the text, which is a little bit more easier than the text extravaganza trick of more eloquence. Although that's pretty funny too. We like that.
It is, and I don't know, depending on who's listening, that one might be getting saved up for that.
Oh yes, yes. So
you might end up getting more eloquence.
Oh, of course, I'm prepared for that.
Because we know how much you enjoy it.
Oh, hands down.
We know how much you love it.
Oh yes, hands down. So, as far as the book goes,
Mm-hmm.
there is, and like, I've just sort of listened to the beginning of it, where it gets where she gets into trying to fit in and sort of trying to and sort of trying to sort of with that with the different with different people, and it seems to be a bit of a theme as to if you compare it to what kind of, if you compare it to, because this is an experience that is held by, this is an experience that is put forth by, this is an experience that happens to a lot of people. When, or not, I don't want to say a lot of people, but it does happen where you try to do things with a group of people, and it's like, do you fit into the conversation?
Yeah,
And you know what? I always look at it. It's okay. It's okay to listen. It's okay to just listen too.
it is. Yeah.
All right. So that's like a common theme for people. It's like it's a common theme here in situations. What did you think? That was my overall thought. What did you think?
I think you're right in that there is a big element of fitting in, and specifically for the main character of this book, and likely for a lot of other people in reality, there's this cognitive dissonance between who she is in her own neighborhood, in her own family, and who she is when she goes to her school, because her school is in a very different community to hers. It's a very different group of people than the ones that she lives with. And she describes how she essentially becomes two different people in those situations because she feels like she has to be presentable or legible to them and not come across like, to quote her own words, like she's from the ghetto, which becomes an experience that seems to be common in certain groups and certain communities. And I think that what this author does really well with this book is just immediately drops you into these characters' lives and, yes, tells you some of the details, but shows you and doesn't have to over explain, oh, this is how things work, this is how they function. You immediately get thrown into these friend group dynamics and the tragedy that she witnesses and how she then carries that throughout the book. And even just the idea of, because she knows that the white students at her school, which is predominantly white, won't understand what she's gone through and won't see it the way that she has seen it, in the way that people she loves and knows has seen things. And when you either experience a tragedy directly or even indirectly, and it is these systemic issues in a community, she ends up specifically pushing people away and trying to carry it and feeling like she's weak for still experiencing flashbacks and nightmares and things. And I've just reached a point where she has a conversation with her father about the systemic issues that occur in these communities and how they are, why they are where they are, and why circumstances are what they are, and how people get into the situations that they do, not because they want to, but because they think it's the only way.
Yeah, and that's also a common sort of thing too.
Hmm.
I don't mean common as a general thing, as a general sort of statement.
Right.
It's just something that now you're seeing people kind of experience that.
Absolutely. And because of the prevalence of the media and social media and all these other things, like it's not that it didn't exist before, it's just that it's more visible now.
Yep. Yeah. And it is because of media, social media, etc.
It absolutely is, which is not always the best either, because especially if you consider media, media can spin things however they want. Like in the case of her friend and the events of his passing, the media doesn't even, she describes, doesn't even put it out there right away, doesn't put his name out there, just makes a very general statement that she knows will get twisted into something else that it's not, because she knows who he was as a person.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's one of the pieces here. When it's one is trying um to be something. The it's the one sort of piece where one kind of, it's always these things, right, where people have a situation where it's different, like where when you when one experiences it or whether they don't. Not whether they don't, but when they do, then somebody's going to come out about it and say what the experience is.
Could you expand upon that a little bit? What you mean by what they experience or what they don't?
Not what they don't experience. This is like, if this is somebody's experience,
Hmm.
then that's, that's their experience, right? That's, and people are going to, you know, do that. They're going to say what their experiences are.
Yeah, or particularly in this case, one piece of information comes out and then people immediately ascribe things to that and make assumptions or think they know what the situation was
Yep.
and only want to see it a particular way.
Yeah.
I will also say, not necessarily in relation to the themes, but in terms of the writing, this is probably one of the best books I've read in terms of its depiction of teenagers and how they actually talk, because it's just friends having very normal conversations that aren't overwritten from an adult perspective, like they've completely forgotten how kids of that age actually talk.
Yeah, that's interesting too, isn't it?
It is. There's so many young adult books that just read poorly because you're going, they're 16. Do you know what 16 is? Do you know what that level of conversation is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a great book. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah. Now, am I going to finish it? Nah, I don't think so.
No?
No, no. I'll just put it on my did not finish shelf.
Understandable.
Yeah. But what am I? Well, I don't know. I mean, certainly. Um. Um. I mean, I certainly. I think it'd be. And I mean, there's always a lot kind of coming here, right? There's always a lot of. See, there is a lot of stuff that I am going to read, and
Yeah, of course. Have you
continue
read
to
anything else?
keep up with what I'm reading, and that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, have you read anything else during the week?
Yes, I did read the book. I did read the panel book.
Okay.
But I mean, that's kind of, I think, all. I did read some of that, and which we will be getting into when we do the schedule. Um, but I think other than that, that's all I read.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you made quite a bit of progress on the panel book.
Hmm.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and exciting stuff, right? And there's always a lot there.
Definitely. Would you like to pick something for next week?
Yeah, something that just popped into my head, and it's a
Hmm.
great course that's been sitting in my Audible library for a little while.
Okay.
It's the history of India.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about wanting to do that one a while ago. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and then we'll um and then we'll um and then we'll have more stuff, more books and more content.
We will, and not that you have to, of course, it's totally fine if you want to set this one aside, but I am curious if there's anything specific that brought you to that decision.
Well, I think it's just like there's other stuff that I actually want to read.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Makes total sense.
Mhm. No, you never know. I mean, maybe I will come back. I'm not going to I won't mark it as finished in my Audible library though.
Hmm.
I mean, for some of them I will, but this one I don't think I will because I might come back to it sometime.
Okay, yeah, but I understand there's when there's so much other stuff that you want to prioritize a little bit more. That's what it becomes.
Into things I want to read.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you want to prioritize some of those books a little bit more, just for personal preference.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what do we got now? I guess it's that time again.
It is time for the schedule. What is coming up on the Ali Musa show?
Now on Friday, uh, April 17th, we have the NHL playoff show coming up, preview show, because the playoffs begin on the 18th, which is the Saturday. So Ryan Payton is going to drop in, and that will be at 10:30 a.m. that morning, live on YouTube, and of course we'll have it available as well wherever on your favorite platforms as well. So you can listen afterward as well if you want.
Awesome. Wow, to think that we're already at that point in the month.
Yep, absolutely.
Anything else?
That's all for this week. But we have Becky Coles on May 4th. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Monday the 20th? We have Daniele Franceschi coming in to talk some Leafs, Blue Jays, NHL playoffs, all sorts of stuff.
Great stuff.
And I think that's at 3:45 that day.
Okay.
So there's some good content.
Yeah, great lineup coming up.
And we have some content coming up as well on this show.
We do. Tomorrow we've got another bonus show where we will be joined by tech analyst Richard Marion to discuss AI use. What does it mean to use it responsibly? You know, we like to ask this question to a lot of the guests we have on, and we will talk about technology use in a bunch of other ways, I imagine, at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube and audio stream. And of course, it'll be on the podcast platforms for your later listening pleasure.
Yes, it will. So be sure to check it out.
Absolutely.
And
And there's
and of course we'll have our show on Sunday as well.
We will next Sunday, April 19th, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. We will discuss the history of India, the great course.
And of course we
Look,
have a panel coming up as well.
we do. April 24th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we will discuss Behind the Bench, Inside the Minds of Hockey's Greatest Coaches by Craig Custance with a contribution by Sidney Crosby. That'll be an exciting conversation for sure.
Yeah, and it's particularly exciting for me because I'm an NHL fan.
Yeah, and we'll be in the midst of the playoffs by then.
Yep, we'll be about a week into it,
Mm-hmm.
there or less.
And of course, there's a Textravaganza workshop coming up this Wednesday as well, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. It'll be on DocuScan Plus.
That will be a fun one.
It will. Shout out to Sienna for running those.
Yes, looking forward to that as well. And then, yes, and absolutely, we're looking forward to that.
And I think that's everything we've got coming up so far. Stay tuned to the newsletters, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not already, like, comment, share, and set your notifications so you never miss a live stream.
Okay, so now we'll play the the outro, actually.
All right.
Thank you so much for listening to and or watching the Ali and McCara Show. To learn more about the show, please visit the aliandmccarashow.ca. While you're over there, subscribe to the newsletter so you never miss an update. Besides, it's free. Enter your email address and hit subscribe right on the homepage. The Ali and McCara Show is part of the Musa Slobodian Network, where good conversations happen. To learn more about the other excellent programming offered by the network, please visit the musaslobodiannetwork.ca.
Recording stopped.
Okay.